Hi everybody, welcome back to the Quarter Acre Homestead. Today I'm going to show you how to do a cleft graft on an apple tree. You can do this on other types of trees as well, and I've had quite a bit of experience with apples. We have some successful grafts here on the Quarter Acre Homestead. We've even gotten some fruit off of them. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. Alright, so first we'll start with the supplies you need. So look right over here. So you're going to need a knife. Any sharp pocket knife will work. I have a special grafting knife here. Felco Victorinox, I believe, made in Germany. I'll put a link to that. You'll need some of this grafting tape. This is called parafilm. I'll put a link to that. You'll need just some regular rubber bands, and you'll need your scion wood, which is a cutting from the type of apple you want to graft. Okay, so let's get started. Alright, next thing you want to do is match up your scion wood with the tree. So I'm thinking of grafting right here, and those look about the same size. So you want the diameter to be about the same size. So one thing I forgot to mention, you probably want some clippers to cut this and to cut this. So I'm going to go grab my clippers real quick. Alright, so I have my clippers. So I'm going to make sure the diameters are about the same again. I'm going to clip this off. And what I want is a long straight stretch with no buds. So we'll clip that about there. And the way I like to do it is just leave one bud to grow. So I'm just going to clip this tip off. And so I'm going to graft that one bud on to grow. So then I'm going to go over here, and same thing, I want a long straight stretch. So I'm going to go about here, cut that off. So I'm going to graft these two together. So then, grab your grafting knife, and I'll probably put the bud face up. Probably doesn't really matter, but what I want to do is make a sharp taper on both sides of this piece. So I'm just going to start doing that. Okay, so I have this shaved down on two sides directly across from each other, and you'll notice, you've probably seen this before, there's wood in the very center, then there's a green layer called cambium, and then there's the bark, or cambium. So we need the green cambium to match up with the cambium on the tree. So what I'm going to do on the tree is just cut a split in it that I can slide this into. So we'll move over to the tree. Okay, so we want to split that without cutting it. We do want to cut it, but we don't want to cut anything off. We just want to split it right down the middle. Probably could remove this little bud that's kind of in the way. Alright, so now I have this split. Can you see that split? And I'm just going to slide this one inside of that. And what I'm looking to do is get the cambium to line up. So I'm trying to just slide the scion inside of the branch and make the bark just about perfectly line up so the cambium lines up. If I can't do it on both sides, I will pick one side. Doesn't matter if both sides do it, but at least one. So this is looking pretty good. I might push that in just a little bit further, and then we'll start wrapping it up. So I slid it in a little further, and now that looks perfect. So I'm going to wrap that with a rubber band to hold it tight, and then the parafilm. So with the rubber band, this is mainly just to hold things together very tightly to help it grow together. This is a really big rubber band, so I'm going to cut it in half so that I can use it twice. And so I just start by wrapping it over itself. That starts to hold it. It's gonna, and then tie it off at the end. So I'm stretching the rubber band as I go, because that stretchiness will hold the tree together nicely, nice and tight. And then now this is the hard part. I have to figure out how to tie it, and I have to be sure not to break the tree while I'm tying it. Alright, once that's tied off, we'll just trim the end of the rubber band a little bit. Alright, so the parafilm is to keep it waterproof. If any water gets in there, the graft will fail. So same as with the rubber band, you want to stretch it just a little bit as you go. So start off by wrapping it on itself. I'm probably going to need to get rid of this roll. Yeah, and then just stretch it as you go, and you want to overlap the whole way. If you were working on a vertical piece, you would want to overlap it in a way that the water would run off, not under your overlaps. This is a very little branch, so I have to be very careful not to break it while I'm trying to stretch this stuff. And you also want to hold all the humidity and stuff in there, so you actually just want to go all the way over the tip. And when the graft takes, the bud will actually break through. So you do want to go over it, but probably not more than once or maybe twice, just so that it doesn't have a thick layer to break through. Alright, and that's it. Alright, so that's how we do our apple tree grafting. We have like 80% or better success with this. I'll put some cutaways in of some grafts that we've done in the past, and even some that produce fruit. But in the comments, let me know if you have any questions. But otherwise, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.